You're listening to Heather's Do Vegas. Join your go-to gal for all things celebrity gossip, reality TV reviews, fashion tips, and of course, all of the inside scoop on Sin City.
Hey babes, welcome back to Heather's Do Vegas. I am your host, Heather Ashley. And can we just take a moment? HDB is celebrating 750 downloads. That's right. I found out the other week that we're celebrating 750 downloads. So congrats to us. Kisses all around. You know, we celebrate any milestone here. That's right. And why not to 750 downloads? I mean, it's like a chic little rooftop party where you all showed up looking fabulous, supportive, and just ready for some tea. So let's go. Shout out to my unofficial co-host and emotional support intern, Sassy the Pug. She's right here. Can you see her? If you're watching on YouTube, there she is. There's my Sass girl. So she is here for it, whatever we need, folks. Fact checks, done. Today's episode, we are gonna, we're gonna chat a little Valentine's. I have some housekeeping items, a little Winter Olympics obsession. We're gonna discuss some Super Bowl, Vegas, my reality TV exits, my chicken and pickle recap, and how to Valentine's in Vegas style. I'm your guide. So grab your glittery water bottle, whatever makes you feel superior. Let's get into it. All right, as you can tell by my heart sweater, Valentine's Day is around the corner. I just want to say whether you are booed up, bestied up, or just happily ignoring Cupid altogether, this episode is your pre-Valentine's warm-up. So Vegas really turns into sparkly love laboratory this time of year. Roses everywhere, prefix menus, all about, and couples acting like they've just met in a rom-com montage. Meanwhile, me and Sassy the Pug will probably be sharing snacks and judging outfits from the couch. Quick housekeeping moment. I want to apologize for some technical issues the last few episodes. Like 2 episodes back after recording, the video disappeared. Yep. Gone, vanished. Only my audio survived, like the final girl in a horror movie. And then there were updates to the platform that I do recording with, and I couldn't drop in the commercial. I'm like, yeah, let's go for a break. But guess what? There was no commercial. Anyway, when I already do a recording, unless it is absolutely necessary to go back and re-record, I don't do it. So yes, I'm aware of some technical glitches. And as they say, the show must go on. Like any real Vegas showgirl knows, and Sassy too. The show must go on. And so we're just doing our best here. We are doing our best as a one girl plus her pug act in town. That's right. Okay, let's get into some Winter Olympics, you guys. Every time this comes around, I'm like, I'm not a winter girl. I'm just not into the winter stuff. I mean, I'll do skiing once in a while. I, get on my cutie ski bunny, and then I'm over it after like 48 hours. And Winter Olympics sucks me in every time. It just sucks you right in. Let's talk first of all, the Ilya Malin, the athleticism, the drama, the confidence. This guy is amazing. He is on the skating team. He does solo skates and just perfection. I love that he is so theatrical and dramatic. In my opinion, that adds so much to the just use an audience. And I feel like they do better overall in their scoring when their costume reflects, the music reflects, and he's got it all. He's the package. And then there's this absolute cutie couple that do ice dancing named Madison Chalk and Evan Bates. So they're a real life couple, and they have just the cutest love story. You guys have to look into it. I mean, I figure for Valentine's Day, they're just, they're given all the feels. So Tune in, it's fashion, storytelling, athleticism, all wrapped into rhinestones on ice. And there's a lot of other sports that are involved in Winter Olympics. They're not my favorite as much as ice skating, so I'm not even going to get into it, but you choose what you guys like. That's my review. Super Bowl. All right. Super Bowl was less football and more like giant pop culture festival carnival, or some called it a Bad Bunny concert. I personally managed to squeeze in my inaugural pickleball experience during this chaos, which we'll go into later. But I want to point out an opening performance that I thought was stellar. Charlie Puth singing America the Beautiful was one of the best renditions I have ever heard. It was just stunning, fabulous. I truly, truly enjoyed it. Now the halftime. Let's talk Bad Bunny. I know my fair share of Spanish, but not enough to fully understand the lyrics. And honestly, I would have loved some English captions. Closed captioning would have been nice. And, really, if anything, he probably would have gained so many new fans had they just done some English caption. I mean, you could have converted me by the end of that halftime show, but because I'm a theater girl, I want a spectacle, I want backup dancers, I want booty shaking. That wasn't exactly the genre here, but I appreciate the transformation into the Puerto Rico field setting. I've been there several times, and I feel like you really captured the essence of that island and culture. Nope, I'm not getting into politics here. We keep it pop culture, not politics. Yep, that's our tagline. But the shoulder pads, Mr. Bunny, sir, I'm going to go there with these shoulder pads. You're already tall and commanding, so it seems. Why are we adding linebacker energy to this wardrobe? It felt like he borrowed the equipment from the team and decided fashion was optional. What? I mean, Drake May's looking for his shoulder pads. He's looking for them. And I think they're in Bad Bunny's closet. Bad Bunny, this is a gentle no bueno from Heather Ashley. Let's talk the commercials. All right, AI making everyone younger. Hollywood said, why hire actors when we just resurrect their 2003 cheekbones digitally? Pretty much. I mean, honestly, I don't know what actors are complaining about with the AI. I mean, you might get less work, but you look flawless. I'm just saying. Best commercial for me, the Dunkin', pure entertainment. Bradley Cooper does the food delivery. It's not DoorDash. What does he do? He does one of them. I love Bradley Cooper. I loved him in Wedding Crashers, but he's not that funny in these commercials. I'd like him to be a little funnier. It's just, I'm not into it. My MVP for the night, George Clooney, and his Uber Eats ad, and it's they eat fees. Yeah. I'm into that. Eat the fees. That made my night, you guys. But I want to hear from you. What commercials actually made you laugh? I'd like to know. Oh my gosh. All right. This is just like some rando quick hits because I was talking about Mark Anthony. I think in the last episode, you guys, right? Because he was the performer at Brooklyn Beckham and Nicola Peltz's wedding. And my theory is that he is single-handedly the responsible for the feud between David, Victoria Beckham, and their son, Brooklyn, and his wife. Just my theory. But I found out Mark Anthony's coming to Fontainebleau. Yeah, he's going to be doing some shows at the Fontainebleau. And to that I say yikes. Because who knows what relationship's going to break up during those shows. So steer clear. You might want to steer clear on that one. Oh, you guys, for Valentine's Day, this was funny. So McDonald's launching a caviar kit. You got to look into this. Look into it, and you're going to have to because it's only online. This isn't in their restaurants. Look it up. They are offering a Valentine's Day kit. You have to pre-order it. It's wild. Yeah. Okay, guys, some reality TV. I am all about my Valley Persian style. But here's what I've been pondering that I need some help with. Okay, guys, so Greg, right? Greg's married to Tannen, this beautiful woman, right? And Greg's the one he has his hair slicked back into a pony man bun situation. Not in my opinion, he's not much of a looker. as my mom, my mother's generation would say, not a looker. And it keeps coming up about how Greg is this reformed playboy. Greg was, he was got all the ladies in the club. And I mean, I need some receipts on this. I find this hard to believe. I've been hanging on to this thought because I kept thinking, okay, I'm not visually getting down with this character plot that they're trying to sell me, but maybe the personality, maybe I'm gonna see some personality and charm, charisma out of Greg that's going to convince me that he's a ladies' man. No, ma'am. What are we like? We're like 4 episodes in. And if you're not charming Heather Ashley at the end of 4 episodes, I don't feel it coming. I don't feel it coming. Yeah. So if anyone knows Greg from the past and they're listening, call HDV hotline immediately. Sassy will answer. She'll have an attitude. Just ignore that part. But I need the true dirt on old Greg. Yeah, because I'm so distracted every time I'm watching. I'm looking for the clues of Greg's Playboy ways, or post Playboy ways. All right. Second, on the reality TV front, I'm making it official that I am dipping out of Vanderpump Rules. And after not even watching a full episode of the new Summer House, mama out. Heather Ashley has left the house. That's right. I've left Sir and I've left the Summer House. Dipped out. They are running these shows into the ground, folks, and I'm not going to be here for it. I got to spend my time elsewhere. And it is not in these 2 places. I'm going to tell you, it's unfortunate. I could see them doing maybe some overhauls, and and it might just be time for a new batch of viewers. But for viewers like me who were there for the ride for the first 10 umpteen years, it doesn't resonate anymore. Yeah. Okay. Quickie. I thought this was fun. Our girl Bronwyn Newport from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. She is dating a 32-year-old model named Brandon Good. I had many questions, but good for her. Good for her. Some other fun stuff I'm looking forward to on the TV front. Beyond excited for the upcoming biopic about John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette Kennedy. This, I believe, is another Ryan Murphy production. And, I just love his brand of storytelling. It is good. It is good watching. And our girl Naomi Watts is Jackie Kennedy Onassis. Perfect casting. I mean, she has carved out this niche, playing women of a certain era and age with just elegance and depth. She's brilliant at it. I mean, you guys, you remember watching her in the Capote, the Swan series, and she played Babe Paley. I mean, I believe that was Babe Paley. She just was amazing. And then, remember too, she's also in the Juicy series All's Fair with Kim K. Yeah. And by the way, that show is getting another season. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. The JFK is on. That biopic is going to be Hulu. Yeah, these are all Hulu shows, guys. All right. Now let's talk about what I did as my Super Bowl diversion, because I knew it was going to be a dud. I saw that coming a mile away. So I finally played pickleball for the first time. Yes, me, Heather Ashley, my athletic era has been activated. So excited. My sweet friend, she gifted me a pickleball paddle set for my birthday and convinced me finally. And we booked a court at the Chicken and Pickle in Henderson, and time of my life. Now, this was the second time I've been to Chicken and Pickle, but my first time actually playing. And, just from beginning to end, this is such a great venue. First, let me just tell you, so you book the court online, It was only $10 for an hour. They have full indoor courts, and then they have outdoor courts that are covered. So the weather was just perfection, springtime, early summer, nighttime in summer. The outdoor courts are fine. I even think they have misters out there too. Don't quote me, but I believe that they do. This place is huge. They've got the indoor seating, the open air rooftop, courtyard with the anorak chairs, life-size games like cornhole, Connect Four. And like I mentioned, the outdoor courts are fully covered. They have picnic tables, so you can have your friends or people you're playing with can hang out, have your food and drinks hanging out right there. It was great. This is dog-friendly vibes, tons of screens. You never miss a game of any sort. The food's fantastic. They offer a brunch on the weekends. It looks really good, like a good variety, very typical brunch type food. I've just ordered off the menu. I've done salads both times. They were fantastic. Let me tell you, we had a taquito appetizer. Best taquitos I've ever had. Oh my gosh. I'm going back and like straight up ordering 2 things of taquitos. That's how much I recommend it. Yeah. Next up, guys, let's talk a little Valentine's Day Vegas style. I got a couple things, couple ideas for you that I want to share. A little bit of Galentine's and then some suggestions for couples. I thought this was really cute. Vegas Vicky's at Circa Resort is hosting a Gossip Girl inspired event. Now I want you to think chic photo ops, cocktails, Upper East Side energy. This is starting at 6 p.m. And this is on Friday the 13th, so not on Saturday the 14th. This little girly event is on Friday the 13th, starting at 6 p.m. And there's another fun one at Heart Space Yoga, which is it's at Boulevard. Now Boulevard's this place on the Strip. I have talked about it on a previous episode, and I do have a video on socials. And it's a collection of stores, a little bit of food, and now it looks like they've opened this Heart Space Yoga, and they're going to be, offering a really fun yoga event on February 13th, 7:15 p.m. So check that out. And then there's a real cool Love on Top event back at Circa on February 14th. Enjoying the skyline views. They have champagne specials, all starting pretty early at 3 p.m. Now, I was really impressed this year. I did some digging, some research, probably 2 weeks ago in advance of Valentine's Day. And on the Neon, if you go to the Neon's homepage, their website, they have a dining guide that's just packed. Dining guide packed with restaurants on and off the Strip. They're offering menus for 2. So many good suggestions. Really, I actually had a couple that I put on my list. So it's worth browsing if you're planning a romantic dinner, or not romantic dinner. It doesn't have to always be romantic, does it? So yeah, check that out. Obviously time is running out. Don't bother going on Open Table because they've just shut down all the reservations and they're taking them by phone, is what I have found. Just a little tidbit. But yeah, I hope that you guys can have a beautiful, lovely Valentine's Day. And thanks again for being so understanding with my little technicalities here. I appreciate it. Right. We're working hard to keep things rolling for you. But that's it for me. Your cutie Cupid, tongue twister. Thanks again for helping HDV hit 750 downloads. And of course, we're now over 50 episodes that for the most part, almost every single one of them is on YouTube. So please do keep sharing, keep tagging, sending me your questions, suggestions, because I love hearing from you. Have a fabulous Valentine's Day. Hug your besties, spoil yourself, and Maybe I'll let Sassy the pug intern take the day off. Bye, babes. Love ya.
This was a blast. Be sure to follow Heather Ashley on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Heather's Do Vegas. Share the pod with a friend, and don't forget to rate and review.